right. Good Tuesday evening, everybody. It's me again. I know you love seeing me on these author talk shorts that we're doing, highlighting the authors of the 12 days of page turners, which you guys know, December 1st through the 12th. Mark your calendars. The lovely author guest that I have with me is Diane, and she's going to be on December 5th at 7 p.m. Central talking about her book. So, Diane, tell us a little bit about what genre you write in and what got you into writing.
Absolutely. I am a mystery writer. I started off a little more on the cozy side, but they kind of walk the fine line sometimes that once in a while there is a body that appears and there's always a mystery to solve.
I like it. I like it. You like to throw dead people in there.
I
Okay.
like to throw dead people. Yeah.
I like it. I'm always a fan for it. You think it's going to be all like puppies and rainbows, and it's like, bam, there's a dead body. And you're like,
Yeah,
what
right?
happened? What
Yeah.
happened? Those are the best to me. Those are the best. I personally like this. So, what made you interested in writing that genre?
I have always been a huge fan of puzzles and mysteries. And as a kid, I grew up reading like unsolved mysteries, those crazy things that
Mm-hmm.
Bermuda Triangle and all that kind of stuff. And I actually never considered writing one until I actually entered a writing contest. And it was to
Okay.
write a murder mystery. And I won the contest. And I went, maybe I'm writing the wrong
Wow.
thing because I was doing like women's fiction sort of thing and it just wasn't working. You throw in a
Yeah.
dead body and it works.
Right. I'm telling you, people they like to read about dead people,
They do.
how they died.
Yeah.
It is very
And
much.
what
It
they
is
did to
very
get
much
that
that.
way.
Yes, they do. And I am all about, the oh man, people are gonna give me a hater mail for this, but the gorier it is, the happier Amy is. Like it's really weird. It's very weird, actually. But the more like brutal death, I guess it was, the more I'm like, oh my gosh, what did this person do to somebody else? And then my mind goes down these rabbit holes. So I love those.
See,
It's
mine are not like super gory because I started out with an agent who actually calmed me down into cozy mysteries. So the first ones in particular are very cozy, and
okay.
sometimes you see the body, but you don't see the actual murder. So
Okay. Okay. I'm cool with that though, because my mind wanders. My mind's like, oh well,
mine too. That's why I write. So
I know. I've been told I should do that, but I'm not a writer. I live vicariously through you guys. I can't grammar's not my thing. Spelling. Like I know that they have spell check, but some days you look at a word and it just doesn't look right. You're like,
every day.
yes, every time. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Sometimes the word "the" is a real challenge. So
Right? I thought it was just me. Now I
oh
don't feel
no no no
I don't feel alone anymore.
no,
Thank
that's
you.
good.
Yes, I found my people. You're my people. And I I absolutely love it. So how many books have you written?
Um, my latest one, Dead Man's Doll, is my 14th published novel. I
Oh
have
wow.
many, many more sitting on my shelves that I just haven't gotten to yet. Because as soon as you start writing one, another one is sitting in the back going, hey, write me. We're coming.
Right, it wants attention.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I understand. I have children, so I
Yes.
understand
They're
that.
just like children.
Yeah, because I feel like each book, everyone always says that each book that you write is like, having a child, right? Never
Yeah.
fully understood that until, like, I don't know. I never feel like, 'cause I was like, there's no pain with that. Like, I don't know if you
Oh,
can relate.
there can
There's
be.
no pain, right? But I was like, well, wait a minute, right? And then I helped someone self-publish their book. And I was like, okay, I get it now. I get it now. Like,
That's a pain.
not that there's not physical pain, but there is emotional pain involved. A developmental
Absolutely.
editor you have a love-hate relationship with that critiques you. I mean, I would have been out. I have pretty thick skin, but not that thick.
Yeah.
I can't. I just can't. You know what I'm saying? It's just it's one of those that I'm not no. But that's awesome. So 14 novels. Is that a combination with your women's lit or is that just in
It is
mysteries?
all mystery.
Wow.
They're
So
all
how many
mystery.
women's lit do you have?
You know what? I was working on one, and as I said, I threw in a body, and it went from women's lit to it's my very first book. So,
Oh, okay.
but I
Nice.
am working on a couple of fantasy books. I have a friend who wants to make his mark on the world, so we've been working on a fantasy novel, and I
Okay.
have to put him back into gear because lately he's been slacking, but we'll get some more chapters out of him. And then I will be working on kind of a romance women's fiction series once I can sit down and get to it.
Oh, nice. Okay. So you're gonna dabble and kind of switch genres on us a little bit.
I am.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I love it. I get the vibe from you. You like to challenge yourself and switch
absolutely.
gears. Yeah. See,
Absolutely.
I love that. I feel like if I, was a writer, right? But I live through y'all. So I am a very well established writer. I have hundreds of novels through all of you guys, right? But I feel like I would do that. Like, I don't know. Does it ever get for you? Like, are you switching gears because it gets kind of like redundant to write the same thing, or you just want to dabble in something different?
It just was an opportunity that came up when my friend decided he wanted to write this fantasy novel. He's plotting it out. All I have to do is help him flesh it out. So
Okay.
he does the Cole's notes and I do the rest. So it's
Oh,
been a lot of
that's
fun because he always says I'm not a writer, but he's got great ideas. So
yeah, I love it. I'm gonna
yeah.
have to meet him. I like it. I like when he's like, "I'm not a writer, okay? I'm not a
Yeah,
writer." You just have brilliant ideas. I want someone else to write
absolutely. And
them, you know?
pages and pages of doctor handwriting. So
Oh,
great
okay. Mm, challenge is there. The challenge is
challenges there.
I love it. I love it. Well, you've decided to join me, and
Hmm.
my crazy self is how I have, I guess, pigeoned myself for the 12 days of page turners is, going to be a fun, crazy good time. And you're
Absolutely.
hopping on with me on December 5th at 7 p.m. Central. And I know that we're going to talk about your promotion that you're going to be offering, and we're going to dive a little bit deeper into your books. But
Mhm.
can you give us a hint as to what we can kind of expect in terms of promotion or anything like that on the 5th from you?
It'll be something to do with books.
I love it. I love it. That's like the best answer. It's like, okay, well, what
Right.
about your book? Well, you got to turn in on December 5th, right? If you want
Exactly.
us to
Tune
come
in. Come and hear it.
socialize with us and party. And so okay. So, I mean, that could be anything. That could be ebooks. It could be
Hmm.
paperback. It could be
Yep.
autographed copies. I mean, why
Absolutely.
you got to do that to me? Why you got to just open ended? Let my mind wander. See, it's like throwing a dead body in there. My mind's going to wander. Okay.
Absolutely. There you go.
It's the craziest realm. But what is next for you? I mean, I know that you are dabbling in the
Hmm.
fantasy realm and you're going to do the romance realm. Are you going to continue writing your mysteries, or are those kind of on pause at the moment?
Oh no, they're not on pause. Right now, we are filming this in November, in the midst of National Novel Writing Month. Which, if anybody hasn't heard, it is the goal is to write 50,000 words in 30 days. You want to talk crazy? That'll sum it up right there. So,
Definitely. I couldn't do that. I know people that are participating
mhm.
in NaNoWriMo, and I'm telling you, I see posts all the time. They're like, got my word count in. Oh, I'm shy of my word count. See, I find loopholes. Okay, Diane, I'm a
Yeah,
loophole person. And I would, this is why I'm not a writer. I would take the same word and just copy and paste it until I hit my 50,000. That would be me. And then they would ask, okay, well, what did you accomplish? I copied and pasted 50,000 times, same word. I
edit
hit my word
that.
count. Right? I nailed it. I'm gonna publish it. I
Right?
nailed it.
There you
I
go.
mean, it's just kind of like, I don't, there's no like parameters. You just got to hit a word count.
Well, see, and
No
if you
one's
hit
gonna
cat like 50,000 times, then you have a cat book.
right? I mean, it's an early reader book. Okay?
There
I
you
mean,
go.
there's loopholes, there's ways to spin all kinds of stuff, right? That's why I'm in
Absolutely.
marketing. But see, I have to have parameters. If it's just open-ended, I just need to hit 50,000 words. it's kind of like, well, okay, but I could just, I mean, that's 50,000 words right there. It's just the same word over and over. Like,
You could, but
can I
it's not
do
much of
that?
a
Is there
story.
rules? I'm like, is there rules? I want to know if there's rules, like, I don't know. I like it, yet again, it's why I'm not a writer. It is very much why, I mean, I don't think the writing community wants me to write a book. They'd be like, Amy, you can't do this. And my developmental editor, I'm telling you, I'm not good with grammar. They're going to be like, you need to go back to high school and learn grammar.
Yeah,
No.
but we need people doing what you do as well. So,
Oh. Yeah, it's a lot of fun though. I mean, like I had mentioned earlier on one of these, the 12 days is chaotic and a hot mess and crazy, but I meet so many amazing
oh,
authors like yourself that have written so many books, and the inspiration and creativity that came from that or goes into that, is the coolest thing to see. But the biggest part for me is helping authors meet other authors that they didn't know even existed, right? Even
yeah.
if they're in different genres. And that's what is so fun for me. And that's why every night of the 12 days of page turners is different authors, different genres. It's not separated by genre because I want everyone to meet just authors. Genre doesn't matter that night unless you're a reader, and we will tell you what genres are happening. I promise. I promise. But in terms of like author and networking and just getting to know other authors, that is so fun for me. Like doing this whole schedule thing and moving people around and being like, oh, this would be a great connection, right? I love doing that. So it's so much fun to do. And I meet amazing authors like you that, I never would have known until you told me that you've written 14 books and you're dabbling in
Absolutely.
the other genres. I love it. I absolutely love it. So do you think that you're ever going to dabble in like sci-fi and just conquer it all?
I'm not sure. I'm not going to say no, but
Yeah,
it's not a thing right now. So we'll go with
I
that.
get it. I get it. It would be so hard to world build. I don't know. I don't think anyone wants to, live in my brain because it's just new. It's a whole other element in and of itself,
Yeah.
right? So
It's okay.
I
Try
don't know.
being a
I don't know.
mystery writer and having people go, oh, I'm scared to go to sleep in your house. So, yeah,
Right? You're like, hey, I don't know what to tell you. Okay.
just one eye open.
Uh, you'll be okay.
Yeah,
Honestly, I feel like it'd be one of the safest houses, I
right?
mean, to be fair, it'd be pretty safe.
Absolutely.
I would feel comfy, you know? I truly would. It would be something that would just be so much fun for me, but I do love the mystery thriller suspense genre. It's near and dear to my heart. I love reading it, and like horror, suspense, psychological thrillers.
Yeah.
That's my thing. Like
Oh,
I
I
really
would
like
scare
to.
myself if I wrote those, I think. So,
Oh, see, yeah, I know. I don't know. I like to see what makes people tick and why it makes them tick. Like, I'm weird in that sense. Like, now that I sit here and I say it outside, I'm like, oh my gosh, Amy, you're crazy. Don't talk that way. Don't talk that way, Amy. No, not today. Not today. But Diane, thank you so much for taking time out to come and talk to me about all of your books. I know we're going to dive in deeper on the 5th of December when you come and hang out with me on the 12 days of page turners at 7 p.m. Central, 8 Eastern, 6 Mountain, 5 Pacific. Just all time zones, okay? Just all time zones. I'm
we got them
becoming
all
quite
covered.
well at this, in terms of time zones. But this has been so much fun. So thank you. I cannot wait to dive deeper. But you guys, make sure that you join us tomorrow to hear from more authors that are going to be a part of the 12 days of page turners. But until then, we'll catch you guys all December 1st.